Snackable, a few-minute podcast from Self-Access Center and VR Lab, Campus YMX Ecatepec. Have you ever wondered how many times you open the fridge a day, hoping to find something tasty and quick to eat? Picture how your English will be if you ate it in bites. Keep it simple, keep it short, keep it. Snackable, a place where broken English is welcome. Hello, community YMX Ecatepec. What have you been up to? I hope you are doing okay. Welcome to Snackable. Today in the show we have such an inspiring woman. I think her story with English is fascinating, not only because she is an English language teacher, but also because she is an entrepreneur in this field. So I think it will be very interesting to know her story. So let's welcome Rubí Medina. As I was saying, she's a teacher in our community. And well, let's find out more about her. So, teacher, welcome. Welcome to Snackable. I think it would be lovely if you mention our community, something about you. I don't know, maybe, I don't know who you are, what did you study?
Okay, thank you very much for inviting me. It's been
My
a pleasure
pleasure.
to be here. And hello, everyone. I hope you enjoy this interview, as me, of course.
We are going to.
Thank you very much. Well, to start with, I would like to tell you about my, personal profile.
Yep.
As you have already said, my name is Rubí Medina. I've been working here at YM for more than 20 years. I think that this is my 21st. I came here in September 2004, I think.
Okay.
It was really nice because I started to study here. My teacher was Marta Amalia Tenorio.
Okay, so you studied English at Tele.
Yeah, I have already, I knew about English because my first career was tourism administration. So I was working at Los Cabos for 2 years, almost 3 years. And at that time, the tourism that arrived there was only international people.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Canadian, a lot of people from Europe. So everything was in English.
Yeah.
You know? So I already knew about the language, and obviously because of my career.
Yeah.
You know? And I also was working in San Diego, but
Okay.
some like 6 months more or less. And I studied for 3 months in England.
Mm-hmm.
Very little town that is called Bexhill in the
Okay.
south coast of England. So I
Wow.
fall in love with English.
Yeah.
Since I was a kid, I remember my sister was my inspiration because she was a bilingual secretary.
Okay.
So when I was very, very young, I remember I sat next to her and I enjoyed a lot listening to her, practicing her
Yeah.
English, and so that's why
Wow,
I
that's
fall in love
cute.
in English.
Yeah.
And then, talking again about my career, I come back. I came back
Yeah.
to Mexico City. Well, Ecatepec.
Mm-hmm.
In that year, no, before. I think that it was 2002, more or less. And I started to look for a job, but as I was married, it was a little bit complicated because tourism is difficult because of the schedules. No, I had the opportunity to get a job, but the schedule didn't fit me because of my kids and many things. So I started with the idea to teach English, but I talk to myself and I say, well, if you want to give classes, it's not the same. Is if you know English, you have to be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
So I came here. I was looking for some options, and I think it was destiny
Mm-hmm.
that this was my best option, the
Yeah.
YM. So I get into all the processes of getting a place at Cele. and Marta was my teacher. So she asked me why I decided to study English, because she knew that I knew.
Yeah, yeah.
And she told me that I was very good at English, and if I wanted the opportunity to teach, and I obviously accept. But this was not at the beginning because, as I told you, I started in 2002. So my first class here was in 2004. So more or less 2 years I was in the at Cele.
Yeah.
Berek was also my teacher. I love him. I love his classes. Wow.
Yeah.
And who was also my teacher? It was Marta, Berek, and Carlos, a teacher who is not here anymore.
Okay.
And they were my teachers, and all of them told me that I was really good at English.
Yeah.
Because I had the practice, no, to be working with Americans and Europeans.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. And then Marta gave me the opportunity to teach kids at SEAC.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So I was working at SEAC for 2 years. And then Marta asked me to have my first certificate in English. I remember that time because most of the teachers here went together to take the examination, and Marta was with us also. It was really a very nice experience, but also very nervous because I was the new one.
Yeah.
And having an exam or taking an exam with my boss, because she was my boss, and next to the other teachers that were also in that time, it was really frightening.
Yeah.
And I remember that when I finished my exam, I said, I'm going to fail.
Yeah.
But no, thanks God, I passed the first certificate.
At your first attempt,
at the first,
wow,
yes.
that's great.
Yes,
that's amazing.
I passed. I was really happy. And then I said, no, I have to be prepared because being in front of a group or in a classroom is a big commitment. So I said, I better prepare myself, not only because I knew English, but also because I need to know about methodology and how to teach. No, I think that I had my like a touch for teaching because nobody knew that I was. I didn't. I wasn't an English teacher, so. Everybody thought that I had a lot of experience, and it was not like that. But I think that, well, my commitment and my responsibility helped me to be a good teacher. But anyway, I decided to study the bachelor degree at UNAM. I was studying the licenciatura en enseñanza de la lengua inglesa at FES Acatlán. And I didn't finish because I remember that time there was an opportunity to have your degree with an only exam. With the Acuerdo 286, that is the 286 agreement. So I decided to take my exam. It was really difficult because I had to prepare a lesson plan and defend a lesson plan in front of 4 very strict teachers. I remember one was a German teacher, another was a French teacher, another one was an American teacher, and a Mexican one. So I was in front of them and really nervous, but after like 2 hours, I think that I was defending it was like a thesis. Because I was defending my points and they were asking me and asking me and asking me a lot of things. And I said, oh my God, they were really strict and cold because I had eye contact with them and they were like frozen. And I said, no, I'm going to fail. So when we finished, when they said that it was enough. I went out from the classroom, and they were delivering.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me to come back, and then the German teacher started to read like the protocol,
Mm-hmm.
and at the end, she well, everybody delivered, and they told me,
That you have.
congratulations, you are a new bachelor. And I said, wow.
That's great.
It was really
Congrats. Yeah.
amazing for me,
Yeah, for
because
sure.
and
your
also
work and yeah.
yeah, and also I remember that I forgot the name of an author,
Okay.
that it was a question from the
Okay.
teachers. And when when they told me that I was finally a bachelor, I got my, I remember, and I told them, I remember that it was, I don't remember right now, but I gave them the answers, and they were laughing and laughing, and they hugged me, and at that moment I felt really happy.
Okay.
When I, and that's why I have my degree. But I was in the seventh semester at FESACatlan, so I just missed the last one.
Okay.
But I started to have more classes, so I couldn't finish the in Acatlan, but almost finished. But I had my degree from
one way or
there.
another. I mean, you got it. So that's clever.
Yes.
That's clever as well.
And I have been doing a lot of things. After that, I remember that I started to teach at the UVM, Universidad del Valle de Mexico, and they asked me to have a dictamen 10, that is the name of a document that you need if you want to teach UNAM students. So they asked me if I wanted, and I say okay. But I had to get another paper, that is the dictamen 10, and there were two different options. One was to take an exam, and the other to take the course. I remember that it was a really nice course. It was at CELEUNAM. I took a course at CELEUNAM, but at the same time I took the exam. I passed both of them.
So you are good at making exams, I guess.
I don't
you have
think
the
so.
ability at taking exams. Yes.
I think that I'm good at being responsible with my students, because I always said we are not producing chairs or tables or computers. We are in front of human beings.
Yeah, for sure.
And we, in one way or another, we have to be prepared.
Yeah, for sure. For them.
For them.
Sure.
Also for me, because it is a personal goal, but more for them.
Okay.
And then I passed the exam. It was really, really heavy, because I had to present a class in front of a CELE group at UNAM. In front of 3 teachers that were really hard.
As well, yeah.
I remember that one of them told me, but your accent is really Mexican. And I said, it could be because I'm Mexican.
Yeah, yeah.
But at the end, I passed. I remember that I passed with merit. I gave a class to the students at CELUNAM, and also I presented an English exam, methodology, a lot of different processes that you have to take. It's not only an exam, it's a process that you have to pass one stage and the other and the next and the next. If you don't pass one, you are out. So you have to follow and continue. And the last process, or the last step, is a class in front of a group, and the students also assess your performance.
As you were saying, I admire that part of you, I mean, that you are determined, that you are responsible and hardworking as well. So also you can control your, I mean, if you are nervous, So congrats on that. I think that you have many, many skills in order to also read people, because
Yeah.
I mean, as you were saying, you could see her expressions or their expressions, and it was like, oh, come on, what are they thinking, and so on. But at the end, I think that.
Yes.
I mean, it was the result of your work and
Yeah.
the years and the time that you spent there getting ready,
Yes.
no?
Hmm.
So congrats on that, teacher Ruby.
Thank
Thank
you.
you also for sharing. So what do you think is the most challenging thing about teaching English? I mean, because you have shared your experience, I mean, at getting ready for being a teacher, but now that you have been in front of students, so what do you think is the most difficult thing about teaching?
Mm, I think that one of the most difficult things for me is to slow down the barrier that some
Okay.
students have when they say, I'm not good at this,
Mhm.
I wasn't born for this,
Mhm. Mhm.
um, I'm not good at English. I think is the hardest thing uh,
To try to change
to,
the way of
yes, change the
thinking.
way of thinking of
Mhm.
some of the students. But once when you achieve that, I mean, to slow down that barrier,
Mhm.
it's really nice when a student uh, tells you, well, thank you, teacher, because
Yeah, for
now I
sure.
understand so
Mhm.
many things that I didn't even know and
Mhm.
I didn't even understand in the past after
Yeah.
some years. And I think that is the best thing for a teacher.
Yeah, I think it is very rewarding,
Mhm.
when, as you have mentioned,
Yeah.
especially with those students that is even more complicated or more difficult to learn the language.
Yeah.
Because as you know, we have students that are very good at speaking or at writing or at grammar and so on. But we have students that are not good at English, but when once they have tried and they have
Hmm.
really do something in order to improve, and of course you help them, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you can do it. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so you can show yourself that you can, that you are able to, you know?
I think that the most there are a lot of characteristics that a good English teacher must have, but one of the most important I consider is motivation.
Yeah, for
If
sure.
you don't motivate yourself
Mm-hmm.
and your students, I think that is going to be hard.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you have to be a motivator,
Yeah.
even if they don't want, even if they can't. We have to be very, how can I say, positive
Mm-hmm.
with trying to involve them into the language.
Mm-hmm.
I think that if you are motivated, it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
That they can feel your motivation, your passion, your taste, if I can
Yeah.
say, for the language, and this is contagious.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So they perceive that thing, and they start to be like interested
Yeah.
in the sessions. Um, I always think that it's not valid to say, you have to know that because of the last teacher or because of the
Yeah.
last semester or
That's
because of,
your point.
I don't agree with that. I always say we are here, we're going to learn what
Mm-hmm.
we have to learn
Mm-hmm.
since the beginning of the session until the end. And I've
Mm-hmm.
never said, that was easy and you
Yeah.
had to know that. No, I think that this is not fair for the students.
And I think, well, let me tell you something. As you were saying, we motivate them in a positive or negative way.
Of course,
Because I remember that
sometimes
I
more
had a
negative.
teacher, and I swear that I had to do a task. It was a writing. And I swear that I put my heart on that writing. I swear that I slept until late doing that task. And when I got the results of my writing, it was, I got not the idea. This is not good. And I was like, to me, it was like, I'm not good at writing. I'm not good at writing. And I believe that.
Yes,
So
of course.
for many years, I believed that I wasn't good at writing.
Hmm.
And when I got my certification and when I entered courses and so on, I mean, I don't know how to say it, but how is life that you prove yourself that you can do something that the higher score in my certification was
Was
writing,
writing.
and I was like, come on. So a teacher told me that I wasn't good at it, but at
Mhm.
the end,
You prove
yeah,
the
exactly. So
opposite.
so yeah. So I think that we also be we should be careful with
We
how we
must.
express things, how
Mhm.
we say a student, I mean, you are not completely right, but let's improve on this and this, and it is a
Yeah.
different thing, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that the way he approached that that grade on my writing was not
The
proper
best.
at all. Yeah,
Mhm.
but
I
anyways,
agree.
anyways, we all have stories,
Yeah.
and well, uh, our community might not know that you own a school, so I think that
Mhm.
is a very important think because well you we already know that you are a teacher and so on, but how this idea of your school start?
Uh, it was because of my the father of my kids
Okay.
um, lost his job,
Okay.
so it was a difficult time for him, and I tried to help him, motivating him,
Yeah.
and I saw that here at the Incubadora de
Yeah.
Empresas, you could have like
Yeah.
the basis to start no a
Mm-hmm.
project,
Your uh-huh.
to
Your
get
business.
through
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
project. And I asked well him if he dared to do it. At the beginning he didn't want, but after some time and after some
Yeah.
words and things that we were discussing, he accepted.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him to come to the training because
Yeah.
it's almost a year before you start your project.
Mm-hmm.
And he was in charge of that, and I was in charge of all the academic thing because
Yeah.
it was the thing that I knew a lot. I have been involved very much with Cambridge certifications.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for teachers and for students, I have
Mm-hmm.
had teachers as students. I
Mm-hmm.
have prepared teachers for the TKT, for the first certificate,
Mm-hmm.
for CAI, not only students but also teachers.
Mm-hmm.
Even from here,
Yeah.
I have the pleasure to be to have been working with teachers, and so I decided to start that project. In 1 year passed, and we started to have courses here
Mm-hmm.
at the incubadora. At the beginning, they were only for teachers, but after that, we started to have courses for students too.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't have enough space, and we decided to go out
Mm-hmm.
from the YM and started, as you said, a project at my school. But everything was okay. We started to have a lot of students. Well, thanks God.
Yeah.
But suddenly,
The
something that
yeah.
happened, the pandemic, no?
Yeah, for sure.
And
Actually, that was one of my questions. How did you manage? How did you face?
we tried to be open, but
Mm-hmm.
obviously nobody
Mm-hmm.
um, went to the classes. So we decided to start online
Mm-hmm.
classes.
Mm-hmm.
And thanks God, everything was okay. The students were fine with that option, and we continue having classes online. Uh, After that, something very sad happened to me.
Yeah.
Um, well, I lost my kid, and that was one of the reasons because I decided not to open again my school. But
Okay.
I still, I'm sorry, but
Don't
I still
worry, don't worry.
continue working online. So with my classes, and I'm still having
Yeah.
courses online. I haven't opened again. I had my project like at the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
I have a place, so I said, well, maybe it's a house in Tultepec.
Okay.
So I said maybe I reopen my school there, but I have had some uh, troubles with my health.
Okay.
So I think that I work too much,
Okay.
and stress is always in my body.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, no, better I have to continue with my online sessions
Mm-hmm.
only. Maybe, I don't know, next year
Mm-hmm.
I probably reopen.
Yeah.
But thanks God I have well, some groups
Mm-hmm.
and two teachers. They work with me. Well, for me.
Yeah.
And
Wow, that is amazing. Just the thing that you have mentioned for me. So I
yes.
think that is inspiring. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the way I continue
Mm-hmm.
with my project.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
have had some difficulties
Yeah, for sure.
and things, but I think that I can do it again. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I open the school again. Nowadays I am alone. I mean, with the two teachers. But anyway, I have had the way to deal with that,
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
that things. Um, and that's the way we
Mm-hmm.
continue with
Yeah.
the classes.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
That it's very admiring, you know.
Thank you.
So, well, sorry for your loss, but I
Thank you
think
very
that
much.
life goes on,
Yeah.
and I have seen how determined you are and strong and
Thank
so
you.
on. So, I don't know. As I was saying at the beginning, I think that you are such an admiring woman, you know.
Thank
So
you.
so thank you. No, thank you for sharing your experience.
Thank you
So
very
is
much.
there a final thought, a final, I don't know, line or something that you would like to say to our community in order to, I don't know, inspire them about the language, inspire them about a business or something about life?
Uh, I would say that we never finish learning, so never finish studying.
Yeah.
Some students ask me, teacher, how long did you take
Yeah.
to speak English, to learn English? And I always said, I've never finished.
Yeah.
I am still learning. If not only English, but also I have finished my master degree. I
Okay.
have finished my PhD degree.
Mm-hmm.
I continue learning,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that until my eyes and my
Yeah.
brain are
Yeah.
working, I will be
Yeah.
learning more things, not only about the language, but also about education and many other things
Yeah,
that
for
we
sure.
can do. So that's my advice for the students that are listening to us, that don't get desperate. Everything goes fine if you have the courage and the passion for
Mhm.
doing what you want.
Yeah.
And that's what I can say.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful. Thank you, Teacher Ruby. Thank
You're
you
welcome.
so much for sharing, as I was saying, your experience, not only as a teacher, but also as a student, as a woman, as a person, as an entrepreneur as well. So thank you for sharing. I think that our community will love this episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. And go on. Whatever you want, you can achieve it.
For sure. Thank you, community YMX Ecatepec. See you next episode.